If you've been holding off introducing SMS into your channel mix because you never fully understand the different number types available, then I've got the crash course for you. Today, we'll review 3 popular sender types that you can use to reach your customers on SMS with. We'll dive into each of them, understand pros, cons, and when you might want to use one over the other. Starting off, we have the short codes. Short codes are 5 to 6 digit senders, your best bet for high volume, high throughput marketing messaging. When your user receives a message from your short code, they'll see something that looks like the number here on the left, 98766, nice and short. Short codes are dedicated to your brand, meaning you'll be the only brand authorized to send from this number. This is done by registering those short codes directly with national carriers, which in turn provides high message throughput and deliverability. Now, there are some things to keep in mind with short codes. First off, they're not available in all countries. So if you're looking at a specific country, you may need to opt for a different number. And that registration process does take about 8 to 12 weeks. However, even with that registration timeline, it'll be well worth it once you're up and running on this dedicated short code, sending it at speeds of 100 messages per second and starting to build brand recognition for your particular number. Now, long codes, on the other hand, are exactly as they sound. They're long. So these are your typical 10-digit phone numbers that you use to call your mom, your friend's mom. You've seen these numbers before. Long codes have a lower sending throughput, about 1 message per second, but they can be localized to your users by selecting an area code to send from that matches your user's area code. Long codes are a great economic option for standing up an SMS program quickly, and depending on your volumes and use case, you can even add many long codes to support your volume requirements. However, again, at 10-digit long, they might not be as memorable to your user as, say, a short code. Then last up today, a sender that you might not have heard of is the alphanumeric sender. Alphanumeric sender is an 11 characters alphanumeric set that can be customized to your brand name. Now, while they're very flexible and personalizable, alpha senders can be limited in some other ways. First off, they're not supported in all countries, notably not here in the US and Canada, and throughput will vary by country. Further, these alpha senders don't support two-way messaging, which means your users can't respond to your messages. If you want your user to opt out, you need to provide instructions on how to do that by either going to the web or by calling in a support number. Now you might be thinking, this is great, but what number is best for me? And the answer is depends. In order to figure out which number is best for your brand, you'll want to talk through some of these questions below. First off, how many messages do you plan to send a day? 1,000, a million? If the latter, a short code is probably your best bet. What about country reach? Do you need something that can reach users in many countries, or are you targeting just an audience, say, here in the US? Is brand recognition important to you for a sender type? What about functions like two-way messaging and MMS? To help you answer those questions and think through the various considerations, we've built this easy-to-read cheat sheet to highlight the ins and outs of each different number. While short codes, long codes, and alpha senders are the most common type, there are some other numbers that we didn't get to cover today, like vanity short codes and toll-free numbers. So do your research and consult this chart. I appreciate there's a lot of info here, so if you want to go ahead and pause the video, take a second, grab a screenshot, please do so at this time. Take this information, feel free to digest it afterwards. That's about all the time we have for today, but if you have any questions about what number type is best for you, please consult our documentation or feel free to reach out to us directly. I'm Nick Robin, Product Manager here at Braze, and I'll see you next time.